Hello people, it's King Dub the 7th, and I'm going to do a continuation on my reviews of impressions on games that I've played. And the game that I'm going to be talking about today is a game called Rain World, developed by, I think, Video Cult? Yep, developed by Video Cult, published by Adult Swim Games. Now remember, these are not going to be reviews. I'm not going to be giving this game a score. I'm just going to talk about the things that I liked about the game, things that I disliked about the game, tell you a little bit about the game, yada yada yada. Now, Rain World is a very, very interesting game in my opinion. So, it's the thing about Rain World. So, the premise of Rain World, I guess you should say, the plot is you're something called a slug cat. Like you're this slug creature, you're kind of a cat. Like cats are cute, but I guess they chose the term slug cat just because of the way you interact with the world, like movement and things. As you can see you're kind of like sliding around like a slug, but you're a cat. I don't know. But so you're a slug cat, and you got separated from your family because of, I guess, a really big rainstorm, and you got separated by a flood. So in this world, you must search for your family while you find food, and while you find food and you find shelters. Once you get enough food, you can go into shelters and you can hibernate for a little bit, like if it ever starts raining or something. Now the catch is, not only can you die from being flooded out in the rain, but you can also die from being eaten by the various monsters around. As you can see me get killed multiple times in this video, in this gameplay that you see in the video. Now, me personally, I found this game very fun and unique. I thought that, so I guess the best way to describe the genre of this game is it's a survival platform game where you're going to be jumping around using different moves. Like they have a pounce move where you can jump further distance than you normally would be able to. They have backflips and things like that. As you go along in your adventure, you find different moves. So it's a platformer in that sense, and it's a survival game because you have to find food and shelter, or else you'll die, or you'll be eaten by the other monsters in the world. Now, first, the first thing that I liked about the game is I like the fact that it was stressful. Honestly, out of when I played this and when I played Resident Evil, I was more afraid of dying in this game than I was in Resident Evil. The difference is, in Resident Evil, you can actually kill the monsters and zombies that chase you. In this game, you can't. As far as I know, I didn't really make it that far into the game yet because I just got the gameplay and it was pretty challenging. And so that's one thing that I like about it. Also, it's pretty challenging, but I kept getting eaten by monsters and plants. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break from this. I'm gonna get the gameplay and I'm gonna do my impressions over it. It's super stressful when you have the food that you need and you're just now all you need to do is just go and look for a like you just want to go deeper into the world. But then you see like the green and purple monsters that can attack you, and they move faster than you do. So you try to get away from them or like go around them. But if you make one false move and you drop and they see you, then you have to try to run away from them, or they'll catch you and eat you. Or you have monsters that blend in, like the poles that you need to climb around on. And if it's like a plant creature, you probably see it in the video, and you try to jump on it, but it's a plant, and you fall down to the ground. You're like, wait, what the heck? And you try to run away from it, but it's already attached onto you. And then you try to struggle to get away from it, and you just can't get away, and it just pulls you in and eats you. Just a bunch of different things that can happen in this world. I also like the physics of the world. It uses, I don't know the engine specifically or anything that they use, but this is what I was talking about before when I said the reason why they probably picked the creature Slugcat is because you kind of like slide around and stick to stuff while you're moving around. And you can like slide up and down pipes to move around the map and the area in the game. The movement in the game is very fluid, and I don't know. I don't really see much about the game that I dislike. The only thing that I could see people disliking in the game is if it's just not your type of game whatsoever. Like you just don't like games like that. or if you find it annoying that you just can't fight back when you're fighting against creatures. As far as I know, you can't fight back though. Maybe I just stink at the game. Maybe I just haven't gotten far enough to get an ability where I can fight back against the creatures in the game. I don't know. But what I do know is I would love to see this game on the Nintendo Switch. I think that would be very dope. I think that this is a game that people would gravitate towards on the Switch, depending on the price. I myself find the game to be pretty fun. Not much negative. Not I don't have many negatives when it comes to this game. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's like when I thought about it, I thought it was a fun platform survival puzzle type game. I don't know. It's not really many puzzles, but you have to really think about how to go about each, like the different parts of the environment that you get to. That's like the puzzling part. How you want to tackle getting past certain objectives or getting past certain obstacles, I should say. For the most part, I really enjoy the game. I think the game should be priced at, I don't know, but I would price a game $5, $10. I don't know. I haven't gone deep enough into the game to actually speak on it. These are just first impressions. But so far, I enjoy the game. I think that I would definitely try it out without a doubt if it was like $5. I would definitely say it's something that you should try out. But I don't think that this definitely isn't like a $60 type game. I don't know if it's a $30 type game. I can't tell if it's long enough to be a $20 type game, but it's fun. I enjoy the game. And that's pretty much it for the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and peace.